Welcome to Team Hurricane Returns. I am Darrel.
I'm Sean.
And that's the one joke I thought up for this week. So we're off to
we're off to the races.
I blew my load in the first 30 seconds.
All right, well, that's okay. I don't really
That's
have
the only joke.
I have one joke, but I am going to save it for
Good.
a little bit
keep
later.
That in your pocket.
It may be like 3 minutes from now.
This might be the shortest Team Hurricane of all time. Not counting the episodes where we stop recording halfway through because we're like, this isn't working.
Yeah, we've only done one of those, I feel.
That's true.
We've probably done. We probably did some in previous iterations of the show formerly known as
Team Hurricane loves
whatever,
you. Or Team Hurricane.
Don't let them know so they can Google search it.
I
just
mean,
loves you. That's the only one because that's our website name, and we can't hide from that one. I don't think that iteration lasted very. No, I don't know. I think that actually might have been the longest one.
That was the longest one, I think.
Because there was Team Hurricane, Obs.
Yeah.
There was Team Hurricane Loves You.
Did we change it because we lost our RSS feed?
Yes, because podcasts were like just kind of taking off when we started it. And like the host was like one day they were just like, hey, no, we're not a thing anymore. We're not free and you're kicked off the site. And I was like, oh, okay. But I wasn't like tech savvy enough to like figure out how to like change it at Apple to be like, okay, it's here now. Don't worry about it. Because like I don't know if Apple had like a port, and maybe they did. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I don't know. It's a long time ago.
Who can say?
And the same thing happened again, by the way, and that's why we had to change it for the third time from Team Hurricane Loves You to something else. I really can't remember what the other one. That's this one. We had 3.
Oh, was there a third iteration
Team
that we did?
Hurricane Rules the World.
Oh my God, I forgot about Team Hurricane Rules the World.
That was I think that was when we were kind of at our peak, to be honest with you, but it was very sporadic. Like it didn't happen like, because that's when we had Fratto on for like.
That's right. That was our best episode ever.
It was the last episode we did before these episodes, so it was the best episode ever. As
we
a party
raged
around us.
A
party we didn't even really go to.
Whose party was it?
It was Rhodey's brother's party.
Rhodey's brother. He's been a real champion for my book.
Yeah, he's a good dude. I love Jared, and he's a Canadian now. The dual citizen, I believe.
Oh, good for him. Did he marry into it?
He did, but I don't think that was the reason. I think it was love.
It wasn't just a shrewd move to get out of the States.
I hope it was love. But if not, okay, good for him too, I guess, right? Like
there are lots of good reasons to get married.
Yeah,
you know.
And platonic love is, if that's your thing, also.
Yeah, maybe Jared's asexual. You know,
I don't know his deal.
I don't. I've only really interacted with him online. I'm sure I've met him in person, but you know.
You have met him in person, probably several times.
I was at his party. Recording
you were at his party. That's where we took our. I had the dictator hat on, and you had a hat on too, but I can't remember what the hat was. Yeah, I'll find the photo later, and I'll put it up as our picture for this week.
Okay. I don't.
Investigative work. Team Hurricane Archive.
Team Hurricane
from the archive.
We had a really good joke before the show that we can't repeat on the air.
I don't even remember the joke.
The J.J. Abrams thing.
Oh, man, yeah. J.J. Abrams. I mean, we could make it. I don't know. I don't want to give any
recreate it.
I don't want to give any credence to what we were talking about either. Like, the less people, like, yeah. There's no jokes. What are you talking about?
Yeah, there never was a joke.
We don't joke at all. This is a very serious podcast.
Yeah, for real.
We talk about like quantum physics. I don't know anything about quantum physics. You?
I could wiki it real quick if you want.
Yeah, that's fair. And I guess at that point, we would at least know a little bit about quantum physics, and then we could build Team Hurricane as an informative podcast.
So what have you? Well, all right. So what have you been up to since we last recorded? I mean, what you feel like talking about, obviously. You don't have to go into...
Oh, yeah, man. I had like a surgery. Not like a surgery, but like a procedure. They put a camera in my stomach. And they were like, hey, man, your guts are a little messed up. Not anything bad or anything, but, we'll see what happens. Got biopsy some stuff, so what it is. But I think that's standard operating procedure. I don't think that's like any. So the doctor was not like, "Oh yeah, man, he didn't even tell me they were biopsying. Like it was in my paperwork where I was like, I think that's just like they just do it to be like, is that some good shit or some bad? That's good shit. Well, not really good shit, but it's not the bad shit.
It's a dope ass polyp.
Yeah, they did take a polyp, so that's also disconcerting, I guess. But
polyp sounds like a snack.
it does. I always kind of thought that, like something like Little Debbie would make or something like that.
Oh, for you, it's a snack
you think yours
like a chip or a cracker?
Okay, I could see polyp being that for sure. Mine was more like a snowball, but like orange or something like that.
Like orange flavored.
It's like an orange flavored Twinkie
zinger.
Almost.
Like the raspberry zingers.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh, I love those.
It was like it's orange and coconut. It's literally a zinger, but
orange.
Yeah, it's made by the same company. That was the line they introduced in the 2000s.
Polyps.
Little polyps.
Lining of your stomach for the lining of your stomach.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, that might have contributed to the situation we find ourselves in now.
Yeah, it might have.
Our diets are not very good.
No,
getting
I am
better,
very
but
fat.
like I feel like I'm getting better. I'm trying to eat better, and
not me, man.
I've been drinking a lot of water. I got a new cup.
Oh, yeah, I've been admiring that cup.
It also has, don't tell anyone, an onion, but it's actually from Game of Thrones.
What?
Yeah, I didn't know it was from Game of Thrones, so I made some minor adjustments, and now it's just an onion.
Okay. So you were having game night tonight at home.
Was having game night. They're still having game night. They're playing Frozen Monopoly.
Now, how does Frozen Monopoly differ from regular Monopoly in any meaningful way?
Actually, to be fair, there is a very meaningful way, actually, that it does. And I was actually like, oh, this is actually, this makes capitalism seem lovey. Because the rules of the game are the same. The only thing that's different is they're exactly the same. You buy the property. There are no railroads. You can't buy railroads. So apparently they just teleport you to different spots on the board. So that's actually not a meaningful, but it is different.
That's significant. Yeah.
It is significant. Actually, I guess it reduces your chances of like landing on like it actually probably makes the game go longer because like you're like skipping ahead all of these like
you're jumping all over the damn place. Yeah.
Anyway, so that did happen. I didn't even think about it.
I mostly, the only times I played Monopoly probably in the last decade, I have it on my iPad, so I play against the computer, because if I play against a person, I'm probably gonna rage quit at some point, or just ruthlessly devastate them, because that's what Monopoly is really about.
At its core, it is acquire everything
and obliterate your opponents and put them into poverty.
Yeah. Like literally take their stuff. If they cannot pay you rent, you take their stuff. You take their other property. You take their hotels. You take all of the things that they have until they're destitute.
I think the game was actually invented by a socialist as and then it was stolen by Parker Brothers, and basically
it was stolen. I've never heard that story. That's crazy.
I could be. This is completely unverified. So if somebody
spread some rumors, I'm gonna fact check it right now. But tell the story.
Okay. Well, the way I heard it was, it was invented to demonstrate how ruthless, unfettered capitalism is, and how bad it is for everyone. And somehow it became like this beloved, like non-ironically played game across the 20th century.
Huh. Okay.
Am I lying?
That's not a thing.
Really?
Not a thing. Like, was invented by a woman. Who was a feminist and abolitionist, so good for her. It's based on a game called The Landlord's Game. And there's like a version where there's like taxation in it, and that's not the one we play today.
Oh, okay.
So they kind of were like, no, we're gonna change that.
I mean, there are taxes in the chance deck.
But like a more I think like a more progressive tax, like a tax system, not just like a
random land on the spot.
Yeah, you're like, man, you pay $50, which is like if you have like $700, that doesn't like hurt that much, right? But if you have like five $300 bills, you're good. You're like $75. Who gives a shit? Which is like what rich people do now, right? They're like, oh, you're gonna fine me $1 million? Okay, sure.
I mean, I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination, but by virtue of having a little bit of extra money from my book and not having as many bills because I'm living with family, like just having access to a little bit more money has made life so much easier. Yeah. So like, I can only imagine what it's like once you get into like, those 6-7 digit, like, and that's just your baseline. Like, that's not going to wipe you out if you spend it. Like that's your expendable income.
Like all of these like everyday problems that people have go away.
Yeah.
Because you have the resources to do something about them.
Yeah. I don't sit up at night worrying about, how I'm going to, pay for a medical procedure or whatever. I mean, it still puts me back, but it doesn't like put me out of my house or anything. Right. So like I can only imagine, like it really is just it's like the e-pass at Disney World. You get to skip to the front of the line.
Yeah.
Which is also bullshit.
Yeah, which is also capitalism.
And if I ever go to Disney World, I'm sure as shit getting that.
Sure, yeah, no, absolutely. Like I understand. Like absolutely, we were supposed to go this year before COVID, shit all over it, and like we were going to buy the fast passes because I was like, I am not riding some shit at Star Wars. Okay, this is just not happening.
I'm riding that Millennium Falcon. God damn it!
I have like waited my whole goddamn life for this moment.
I will not wait 4 hours more.
Right, exactly. When I see it, I want to be in and out of that thing in 25 minutes.
I want to be able to go twice
before some of those other motherfuckers get to go.
Well, the good thing, and I don't know how COVID's impacted it, but the longer you wait, the closer we get to the opening of the Star Wars hotel at Disney World, which is a like actual experience. Like it's supposed to be like a 3-day, 4-night like thing. You actually go through a story and like your kids are characters in the story and like
that's crazy.
The windows you look out of and you see space. You don't actually see the park. Like it's all like you're on a space cruiser. And I have never been to Disney World.
But you're going for that?
Fuck yeah.
You better fucking believe it. When is it supposed to open?
It was originally supposed to open in like 2021. I don't know if they've had to push it back because of COVID.
That would be a hell of a 40th birthday. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe that's what we do. Yeah, for your 40th, since you're
I hit the milestone first, so
right.
But we'll do it for yours too. But every 40th birthday this year, every 40th birthday this year will be a space voyage.
Do they have a season pass?
They do probably, and that year we're gonna buy them because the tickets to the park are important. The hotel is, I think, the big experience. But
we'll get Sheena to book our trip.
Sure,
our friend Sheena.
Sure. Yes,
she does those Disney trips. But yeah, I'm not going anywhere near it till COVID's over.
No, absolutely not. And if Anthony Fauci is to be believed, 2021.
It's gonna be a while.
Late 2021.
Well,
so
lucky us, we've got
houses.
Yeah.
If you still get to have them. So.
Here's what you do, Darrell. You get some black trash bags or just black butcher paper, and you just poke little holes in it, and then plaster it over your windows, and it's like you're in space because there's just little pinpricks of light on a black field. Sure. You turn your house into a spaceship, and
do you think the city will come find you?
Fun.
That's easier said than done.
Yeah, I know.
They are having fun right now, though.